and welcome to the program Salone Star Parade making Millan right on the station SLPC. I'm right in America, and of course this program is a program showcasing the stars we have in the country, promoting the salon and music, the entertainment as well. There's a show supposed to be held on the 9th of July. So I don't know much about that show, but somebody who's the right person to say more about that show is not a person, but a star in her own way. Talking about a lady called Dorine. She's right here, but we need to know more about Dorine. Of course, why the interest in promoting salon and music. She's the star for this week on Salone Star Parade. Welcome to the program, Mr. Star.
Thank you, Mr. Kimberly.
You're looking good.
So are you. You're looking sharp. You brought it all.
Thank you so much. By the way, you brought me to this place. How does this place called?
This place is the National Harbor, and it's located in Washington, D.C., between Washington, D.C. and Alexandria.
And I'm meant to understand this place like very new.
It's very new, yes. It started several years ago, but as you can see, it used to be a bush. But now it's lovely. We have several things going on here.
Wow.
People use this as a place to come relax, have dinner, and make movies.
How I wish we definitely held this play, get to play like this in our country.
Let's pray for it. Let's pray for that. It will be beautiful.
Just 6 years, is that also?
Between 6 or 10 years.
This place changed completely.
Completely.
Like a new city.
Yes, they recently built a casino here. It's been opened. Actually, they just opened this year.
Okay.
So.
By the way, I said your name is Dorine. Dorine what?
I am Dorine PAOWUI. From the Ndambala village.
Call the name again, Dorine.
Dorine PAOWUI.
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 What's the meaning of this one?
The wisdom of the gray hair. You know they see gray hair, but we get that gray hair.
This name was given to you.
Yes, Nami Daddy and Daddy name.
So your gray hair.
My gray hair, yes.
Wow.
PAOWUI.
So were you born in Freetown or?
Yes, I was actually born in Bo, raised in Ndambala village. I came here when I was 10 years old, and I've been here over 30-something years.
And you don't know how to speak the Creole too much. That's why
because we not to Creole.
Go for the match.
We not to Creole. We not mende woman. No mende yeta ngandi okro vao. Woo!
Boa.
Kayena.
Kangoima.
This year. See.
Anyway, nice to meet you. Anyway, by the way, the first time I came to this country, I heard about this story because you're so passionate about entertainment. By the way, what brought you to entertainment?
Well, I have dabbled in and out of entertainment with the American industry. Visiting New York. My uncle used to reside in New York, so my cousin and I used to do a lot when it comes to the entertainment parties and so forth. But in the DMV area, I've sat back and just watched. Most of the artists that are here are friends of mine. Like one of the Sierra Leone biggest in the US is Shadow Boxer, who is like a best friend to my older brother. So I grew up around there, and also Jebo, all of them. I grew up around them, so listening to them and just hearing the beautiful sounds and the great sounds that they make, it just kind of inspired me to want to be more involved and see what I can do to help.
And I'm meant to understand that you didn't even know much about salon and music way back.
No, I did not.
So what type of music were you listening to?
Rap, go-go from DC, Maryland area. We are used to go-go music and rap music, house music from New York. So that's what I was used to. I mean, I heard African music when we went to like African parties with my parents, but once you become a teenager, it's like, you go to the other side.
So who's your favorite artist, by the way, local or international?
As of international, of course, may he rest in peace. My number one and only, Michael Jackson.
Oh, wow.
Michael Jackson. And of course, number 2 is Tupac Shakur.
Wow.
So may they both rest in peace.
Both of them are dead.
But as women, Whitney Houston, Patti LaBelle, their names continue. As of international Sierra Leoneans, this one, they're beaucoup, to be honest. But number one is of course PM, and then number 2 goes on to Shadow Boxer, LAJ, LXG, Maurice, Rose, Macbunde.
But seriously, before PM now, because PM is your number 1 now, but before PM, because
PM,
I knew way back, I don't know you way back, and I'm not saying you don't get some certain artists that we believe like I'm meant to understand, say you listen to Tutu Party for the first time, and you feel like, wow, you love salon music. Tell me.
The funny thing is, most of the artists back then that I really enjoyed, I didn't know who the artists were, because the sounds were so enjoyable. But at the same time, you not knowing who the artist is, where they come from, and depending on who you are around, you just assume, okay, just an African, music. And then some of the songs might have been like in Timini or Mandingo or something like that. And because I don't speak the language, I just assume it was Nigerian or something like that.
Okay.
So, but Tutu Party, when Emerson came out, oh, the first time I met Emerson, I was excited.
What?
You know, because my uncle actually introduced me at the, it was one club in DC, he came and performed, and my uncle gave me the VIP treatment where I got to be Emerson, and I was really excited. And then of course, that year I'm traveling to Sierra Leone. Yeah, guess who's sitting next to me? Oh. Emerson.
So you fall for the party?
Of course I fell for
So, but Emerson is not the #1 right now?
No, Emerson is still great. He's one of the greatest in the Sierra Leone music, to be honest. I love him. I actually recently did a show with him in the DMV area. But you know, at the same time, it's so many, and I'm glad that he has been able to inspire others to come above and do more in our community. You know, so I know he inspired a lot in our community.
You said you came to this country at the age of 10. You know, how many times have you gone back to your country?
Oh, I travel a lot, to be honest. Before becoming a young adult, my parents, we went back every 4 years or so.
Okay.
But once I became more sufficient to do things on my own, I go every 2 years, every 3 years, sometimes every year. Like in the past few years, I go every year.
But they're watching you now right back home. What's your impression so far? Because I know you just came from the country as well. What's your impression so far?
To be honest, every time I go, I see improvement. And I know this is something that most people do not agree, because the people that I speak with and they have something opposite to say, most of them haven't been back in a while.
Political?
No, not basically saying, oh, Sierra Leone is this, Sierra Leone is poor,
Sierra
Leone is not growing. Yes, people that are here.
Okay.
And most of the time when I ask them, okay, when was the last time you went? It's usually, oh, I haven't been back in a while. Well, you can't really say anything negative if you haven't been back in a while. You can't go by the political things that are happening. In this country, Republicans, Democrats, everybody has their own opinion.
Course, yeah.
So SLPP, APC, we all have our own opinion. So go back and see. Me, personally, every time I go, I see it different. You know, my first time going as an adult, I wore my natural hair, blonde. I know, I'm the blonde bimbo right here. But I wore my hair blonde, and, you know, because the dirt is red, by the time I took the Okada from Freetown, Okada, hey, you see,
Okada.
Education with the line every day. As soon as we took the Okada from Freetown to Bo, my hair, blonde to red.
Wow.
You understand, eh?
Dust.
So, yes, but that experience was good for me. So when I went back, I was able to see that most of the places are not built. You know, it's actually tile where we're not worrying about dust. You know, I mean, dust is still there a little bit, but it's not as much as it used to be. You know, you can actually walk on the side of the street and the car pass, and you're not going to worry about, ducking the red dust. You know, so at the end of the day, this is a big improvement to me. You know, I can only speak for myself.
So do you have interest to stay there?
So, like permanently?
Yeah.
Permanently, as of right now, I do not know. I plan on doing more in Sierra Leone. I cannot say, you know, it's only life. I cannot say my life is going to end here, my life is going to end there. Only God can determine that. As of right now, I'm doing my best to be more involved in the Sierra Leone community. That way, I'm able to go back and forth and make small changes, because I do have a charity in Sierra Leone as well that I attend to annually. So, that being said, I'm doing work.
Nice. I like what you said about the charity. Right. How far is it going, by the way?
To be honest, it's going great. My uncle Chief Desmond Kakubai, he's the person in charge of it over there. So when I'm not able to be there, he's able to distribute whatever I'm able to, you know, send over there. And I thank my family, my friends, my clients, my colleagues that are able to donate to my cause so that I can give to the people that
So who are the beneficiaries?
The Dambala village.
So only for that village?
Well, as of right now, yes, because at the end of it, to be honest, I was not aware of the need.
Okay.
You understand? I was not aware of the need until 2010, when I first took 11 barrels of things. And at that point, you know, I start to realize, okay, there is a need for this, for us to give back. You know, because me, I don't like to assume that, okay, you need me or anything like that to that matter. So the little bit I was able to do at that time, I was able to see from my own eye that, okay, I need to continue this.
So is it annually?
So far, it has been.
Okay, let's get back to the entertainment business. Now, I came here in 2015, and the first time I heard about you was the time when you were teamed up with a lady called Adeline.
Oh, yes, yes,
Adeline,
yes.
of course, you formed this PSL1.
Yeah.
By the way, what is PSL1?
PSL1 is putting Sierra Leone artists first.
So why did you come up with that?
To be honest, I just felt like it was time. Adeline and I both were at a cookout, and we were discussing the view of the area and how it would be great to have. And the first person we thought about, is funny, it was Shadowboxer. It's like, let him come just tear it up in here in Bowie. You know, we were at a park in Bowie, you know. And I was like, we started naming all the other artists that are locally, you know. Come to find out, Adeline and I both knew the same people. And this is actually our first time meeting at this cookout.
Wow.
That was our first time. She knew my brothers, but she and I would never met.
You mean the first time you and Adeline met?
Yes, at this cookout.
Wow. Okay,
yes.
Okay.
So we went from there just discussing, okay, what can we do? Because she's worked with Shadowboxer, and I've attempted several times to work with Shadowboxer. So I was like, maybe we can do something. And then we started playing with names and so forth, and it was like, we need to just put the Sierra Leone artists first.
I know.
And just since we're both doing other things out of our own community, let's put the Sierra Leone artists first. And we went from there.
Yeah, and they came up with a show. How was that show?
The show was wonderful. The reason why I say it was wonderful, it gave all of us an opportunity. Adeline and I gave us an opportunity to meet the many Sierra Leone artists that we have in our community in this country. And also, some people came from Australia, some people came from Texas, Houston, Texas, California. People came from different places. And at the end of the day, we end up with 47 artists in the house.
Wow.
Yeah, 47 artists in the house. Our lovely Mr. Vandy was the host that night, and he was able to put everything together, help us put it together. And of course, you yourself, you pleased us with your presence, and that was wonderful.
Yes, indeed. Well, now let's just pause here for a while, and we got a song by the guy you just named as the best artist for now, PZ. You know, you like PZ. Why do you like PZ so much?
This one, not selfishness. I tell you now, the true not selfishness. PM na me artist. Now me baby, I want let this man he get talent. In a way, I think about Salone rapper, the way it flow. You know, the song we they play now for lady there.
Oh yeah.
I know that song that way you get when I see on the festival.
Well, she's called DORINE, the name.
PAOWUI.
Meaning grey hair.
Yes.
All the same, watch for this wonderful guy, PZ. Of course, he's about to come to America, but watch this guy, and of course, they call the sound, this baby they kill.
The baby they kill we.
Watch PZ, formerly called Problem M. Watch, and I'll join you back.
Yeah. Busy. Ladies, man, I guess you already know, man. Mr. Lake on the board, man. Let go. You know the way you whine, the way you smile, it make me go, oh yeah. So me talk to me and play with me and lay out for me, yeah. I go cherish you and love you through me only, baby, yeah. So me talk to me and play with me and lay out for me, yeah. This baby, they kill me. I love him, they do me. They make I feel body. And I know go have a pass me. Hey, girl, I'm feeling you, yes, I'm feeling you, baby. I'm feeling you, yes, I'm feeling you, baby. I don't want no other woman pass me only, lady. Sabi enga for me, sabi kaka for me, sabi lay for me only, lady. This baby, they kill me. I love him, they do me. They make I feel body. And I know go have a pass me. You know the way you whine, the way you smile, it make me go, oh yeah. So we talk to me and play with me and lay out for me, yeah. I go cherish you and love you through me only, baby, yeah. So we talk to me and play with me and lay out for me, yeah. This baby, they kill me. I love him, they do me. They make I feel body. And I know go have a pass me. Yes, sir. Yeah, baby, me horny. I'm feeling the love you spoil me. Miss True Chick, you know they call me. Anytime I need them, it's Sabile and for me. Me hobby, I know you cool bees. Sabi make the 8 fly like I drink 2 keys. Slow down, I'm 2 bees. Baby, you not soft church, you no get worries. I know nothing no go past me. Me on Alicia, I can be you squeezy. Tell us what I do for it, you got you busy, baby.
The way you whine, the way you smile, it make me go, oh yeah. So be talk to me and play with me and lay out for me, yeah. I go cherish you and love you through me only, baby, yeah. So be talk to me and play with me and lay out for me, yeah.
This baby, they kill me. I love it, they do me. They make her feel body. And they no go ever pass me.
Welcome back. Once again, the program Salone Star Parade right on the station SLPC. You're watching because I'm right in America right now, and I've got the place I'm right here. It's called the Harbor in Washington DC. Is that also?
The National Harbor.
And of course, the song that just played by the guy called BIZ, formerly called Problem M, and of course this baby. Of course, I'm here with the guest for this week's program on Salone Star Parade, the lady called Dorine.
Yes.
I'm gonna land this.
You're gonna land that name. Now, pure mende.
And we. It's poo and we.
Yes.
PAOWUI, welcome again to the program, my sister.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much as well. No, we are talking about the PSL one and the show as well. How hard is it working with the artists?
At that time, the artists were very intrigued. At first, you know, anything you do, unfortunately in our community, people are hesitant because number one, only a few people in the Sierra Leone community knew me because I wasn't really in the community. You know, granted, my father was the president of the Tegloma organization for years. So most of the people, they knew me from the meetings, you know. But once we grew up, we all kind of went our own separate ways, you know. But the PSL1 event, most people were excited to see something like that, you know. But some people were like, you know, standoffish because they were not really sure, okay, what are we doing? What are these 2 ladies doing? Where are these 2 ladies coming from? You know, but at the end of the day, we were able to convince them and let them know where we're coming from and where we would like to see them go.
Got it paid?
No, they came on willingly. They were not paid, and I appreciate that because at the end of the day, you know, this is something that we're doing to try to expand the Sierra Leone community and the Sierra Leone music industry. You know, all of us will see that the artists in other nationalities are progressive, you know. And to be honest, if we were to say we were going to pay every artist that was on our board, from 2 ladies, 2 single moms.
With no sponsor?
With no sponsors, 2 single moms. Let me say that again.
I know.
It was difficult, but we were able to take care of the things that we needed to take care of to make sure that the show happens.
The show, was it for benefit or just?
No, it wasn't to benefit because at the end of the day, most of the artists, they didn't even know each other. So I looked at it as a reunion to most of them because, like I said, most of them came from out of town. So most of them were able to meet and greet one another and meet each other. So for the first time, so it was really fun.
Okay, and were you satisfied by the way? The outcome of the show? Were you satisfied?
I would say 80% out of 100 I was. Reason why 80% all the artists came, they all show face, but I know it was lack of trust because we can promise someone what we're gonna do, but like I said, they were still hesitant until they actually saw the work. Once they saw the work, we gave them the red carpet treatment. We showed them love, we showed them everything that we said we were gonna do.
Okay, you putting the artist first, Salone artist for PSL1, and also
yes.
You want to put Salone artist first, and of course you organize a show like that one.
Yes.
Which are the type of artists that you definitely picked on that day and night that you say, wow, these are the artists we definitely need to promote? Were you able to pick any artists from all the artists that perform?
Of course.
Okay, who are the artists?
Out of all the 47 artists that was in the house,
who's that? Wow, keep the show.
I would say Black Dawn. Black Dawn was like the most outgoing person in that place. He moved all the crowd off their seat, and they were on the dance floor dancing. Superstar did a great job. Tri BNT, SBM. Oh, he had a beautiful sister that was just, the girl was dancing her tail off. I mean, SBM. He's like one of, again, another great rapper in this country, you know, that I know very well. He was awesome as well.
What about Shadowboxer?
Shadowboxer, he did. Oh, of course. He did an awesome job. He did an awesome job. That's my brother, my uncle, my cousin.
You know why I asked the question is that you told me during that show that you're going to bring some international promoters as well, you know, to witness the show. Were they around that night?
At that particular night, we had one person that was in the house. But, you know, in most cases, what happens in our community is time. When we give our audience a specific time to be on time, unfortunately we have a tendency of not being on time. Well, I would not say me. Anybody would say me, I lack time, I'm always on time.
Time conscious.
I'm very time conscious. I respect people time.
That's I know.
Yes, but because of lack of time, we were able to lose a lot of the people that came. We had audience that came from PGC and Kiss FM. They came. We had a producer that came from New York, an artist that came from New York as well.
Yeah, you think about them.
We had several people that were in the house.
The thing is, according to you, you wanted them to come and then watch the show, and then later on, maybe they'll have artists that will be able to sign.
Well,
and we are able to pick up any artists and sign them?
The artists that they had in mind to sign, unfortunately, it was a little struggle. No, I cannot reveal that. I cannot reveal that. But at the end of the day, the people were very, very interested in signing this artist. But you know, when I think, like I said, most people were hesitant. They don't know me. So when we asked for information, we were not giving the information. You know, when they need people, you know, the producers, they want music. The record labels, they want the music. They want to talk to the person. They want to see where your mind is. And when we are asking for that, we are not able to even get you on the phone. All of those become a conflict. It makes us look like the liar. I mean, that's just the honest truth. I'm telling somebody, hey, this person is great. This is that. Okay, and they say, get them on the phone. Let's see what they're about. And I'm calling. So
in that case, were you discouraged working with the artists?
I was discouraged at that minute. The simple fact that Adeline and I have praised this gentleman to the utmost, and he's a great entertainer. We've seen him perform in New York, in the DMV, so I was a little disappointed that he wasn't able to be there when we needed to reach him, you know. But at the end of the day, he has proven to me that, you know, he's worthy of his craft, you know, and he's a man that listens now, and I believe that down the road, something might come along.
These artists that you don't want to name,
I cannot name.
Did you regret?
Well, I think the day of the show, yes. The day of the show, but at that time it's too late. Because, you know, even though they still came to watch, it was too late for me to try to convince now, you know. So
you have the passion against them to work with the artists home base? Meaning about the artists in America here, to work with them for the outcome of it? Of
course. We actually, Adeline and I attempted to do a show before June, but we came to believe that the artists were not ready because most of them were either working on their new records or their studio, working on different projects. Some of them were traveling, so we just took it upon ourselves to just say, okay, let's postpone.
Okay, you said PSL 1, according to you, you wanted to start something like from DMV and of course to the other states as well, and then to SALONE, England, Australia, whatever. We are also planning about the one in SALONE as well. Team up with a Liberian guy, promoter, whatever.
Yes.
Why the show?
Well, we had the first one. This year would have been great for us to do a reunion. You understand? If we would have been able to do the reunion 2 months ago, it would have been great. That would just give us more of a highlight or a reason for us to even push forward. But as of right now, we are just in the talk. Adeline and I, we're both busy, but the passion is still there, the love is still there. We're still holding our conference calls to make sure everybody's still on board. And we're just gonna keep pushing. Once everybody's available to do what we need to do, We'll go back to the crank oven.
Okay, we're gonna play a song again. This one is done by the group called LXG. I know you like the music, but before that, no, when we come back, we're gonna talk about the show that you want to do right in this country.
Okay.
And
The
DMV,
festival.
the festival. So get set for that. But in the meantime, right now, we're gonna play the sound of LXG.
Okay.
And I like LXG so much.
Of course. Hey, me, the number one reason. There's a sister in it.
You always have number one
There's a
reason.
sister in the group. You understand?
Okay, pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Okay.
And she's pretty.
Definitely, yeah, that's I know.
And because we lack women in the music industry right now.
Okay.
So the fact that beautiful, lovely sister is in that group, and the group is hot.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on, the group is hot.
So we're gonna play the song. What the title of the song do you think we're gonna play?
Oh, I don't know. Jumbo
Blah. Yeah.
Blah. Okay.
What is Jumbo Blah? By the way?
To be honest, I don't really know. That is a funny question.
It's a Mende word too.
It's a Mende word, but I really don't know. I haven't taken it upon myself. I feel bad. Hey, Nikodon. Forgive a sister, forgive a sister. Pretty cast when I forgive me.
Well, once again, the program is a stop again. Of course, I'm right here in the United States of America, and of course, the harbor called
the National Harbor
in Washington DC.
Yes.
And of course, my guest is the great DORINE PAOWUI.
Hey.
Oh yes, I'm
with
gonna
a
land
teacher
it.
that name, PAOWUI.
PAOWUI.
There you go.
And of course, the song is called Jumbo Blah by the group called League of Extraordinary Men. But there's a woman there. They call it League of
Hey.
Of course, League of Extraordinary Men called LXG with Jumbo Blah. Watch and I'll join you soon.
Feeling the shit again and again and again and again. They call me Jumbo Blah. Feeling the shit again and again and again and again. LXG Lacko. You know say I can mind die for you. I get mine swell up for grenade for you. I like you slap me, I go smile for you. Rain or shine me, I go stand for you. Better hours, me I go carry the cross. No matter how it is in my life, now you the first. Make me stop the wars and multiply the loss. Baby, if I scatter now we to go lost. Now you be so full of now they die. Tell me why you have out on me, multiply. For this love that's on me, I don't go the extra mile. Today, you don't tell me Jumbo Blah. Make them they call me Jumbo, Jumbo, Jumbo. Then they call me Jumbo Blah. And they call me Jumbo, Jumbo, Jumbo. They call me Jumbo Blah.
You know I got the power for this love to get it stronger. I don't go to Elon Musk just for you to see. Baby, in my cocoa bag.
Oh, shaking in my love. 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 You mean the world to me.
Baby, in my cocoa bag.
Now you be so full of now they die. Tell me why you have out on me, multiply. For this love that's on me, I don't go the extra mile. Today, you don't tell me Jumbo Blah. Make them they call me Jumbo, Jumbo, Jumbo. Then they call me Jumbo, Jumbo Blah. And they call me Jumbo, Jumbo, Jumbo.